to day 8 of Scoliosis Action. Scoliosis! Woohoo! We are doing so well, you are doing so well. I wanted to start today by reminding you that I am running a competition to win 1 month's free VIP Feel Good Scoliosis membership. So you get access to my membership for a month and a call with me, private call where we can talk about your scoliosis, x-rays, all of those kind of things. Plus you get to win a Scoli pack. So that is 2 rice bags, a band and 2 myofascial release balls. There is going to be a special Secret Santa's word coming up at some point soon. And whoever gets those 3 words and sends them to me after Scoliosis is complete, you're in for a chance to win. So just a reminder of that. Today we are going to be doing a scoliosis corrective exercise with a little bit of glute strengthening. And then we're going to be talking about what else it takes to help manage your scoliosis outside of just doing corrective work, because it really is, it's more than just scoliosis corrections, it is a lifestyle. So we'll chat about that. But first, you're going to need a yoga mat. You're going to need your rectangular Scoli props. If you don't have those, roll up a towel and I will see you on the mat. So we are going to be doing the side lying corrective, which is one of my favorites. I do this pretty much every day. What I also didn't mention is that you might also want a yoga block. I like to use a yoga block to rest my head on. You can use your bicep, you can use a pillow, but I would recommend resting your head on something just so your neck isn't like really bent over to one side, because we have scoliosis, so we don't want that to happen. So we are going to lie on our side, and I'm going to say I'm going to lie on my left side, and I'm really going to try and not make this complicated, because there's, you know, people watching with a million different curve types, and it can get complicated when I try and address every single curve type. So what I'm going to say is you're going to prop underneath your convexity on your left side. So I have right thoracic, left lumbar. I'm going to prop underneath my left lumbar area. If you don't know, just don't prop. You know, it's better not to prop. If you don't understand, you can still lie on your side and follow along what we're going to do. But you're going to prop underneath your convexity on this side. Then we're going to make sure that you're in a nice straight long line here. So not like a funny banana shape like this. Try and get yourself in a nice straight long line with your head in line with your hips, in line with your feet. You can bend your bottom leg a little bit here as well to just help with the stabilization. So you can take your hand to your hip here, and I want you to just take a moment to think about getting really, really long through your spine. Like your head is reaching that way, your hips are reaching that way, you're elongating, and we're just going to get 3 big deep breaths. Getting a big inhale in through your nose, open and expand. And then exhale, just keeping the expansion, especially if you know your concave areas. Taking a big inhale, trying to push the breath into the concavities as much as you can. And then exhale, see if you can keep the expansion. 1 more big inhale, open and expand. And then exhale, see if you can keep the expansion. Then we're going to do a couple of little leg lifts with our leg. So you're just going to hover your leg off the ground and turn your toes down towards the mat. And this helps us to engage our glute medius, which is this muscle down the side, one that we really need to be nice and strong with scoliosis. So you can hold here for a moment. Again, think of the length through the body. Squeeze your tummy muscles. Let's take a big inhale and exhale. As you exhale, think about squeezing your tummy muscles. We'll do that 2 more times. Big inhale, keep hovering that leg. Exhale, squeeze your tummy muscles. You can forcefully exhale out through your mouth. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale. Then we're going to do some gentle taps with this foot. So you're going to lower it down to the ground and then lift it up. And we don't want to go too high with this leg because it can cause this hip to hike up. And if you have a concavity on this side, you really don't want to be shifting that right hip up into it. So I'm just going to say nobody lift their leg higher than their hip in this position. So we're trying to keep our hips level, and you're going to feel this start to work, activate, strengthen. We'll go 5 more. At the same time, squeeze your core. Think about staying long through the spine. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Oof. Well done. From here, we're going to do a little core strengthener. So we're actually going to come into a plank. On the elbows, rolling onto your front. You can stay on the knees in a plank position where your hips are roughly in line with your shoulders, or you can come off the knees and hold here. Squeeze your tummy muscles, push the ground away from you through your elbows, holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oof, well done. From our plank, we're going to push back into a puppy pose. So tucking the back toes under, send the hips roughly halfway between your knees and your ankles. Reach the arms out in front, lengthen the spine. This is elongation, some traction for the calves. Taking a big inhale into the back of the body. And then gently bringing yourself back up. And we're going to come over to the other side. So you can make sure you have something for your head so that your neck isn't collapsing down towards the ground. The neck is part of the spine, and we want to focus on getting lots of length into our spines. I'm going to prop underneath my convexity on this side. So your convexity on this side might be different. I mean, very highly, it's going to be, you're going to be putting your props in a different place because the convexity is in a different place, or maybe you don't have a convexity on this side. It really just depends on your curve. But for right thoracic, left lumbar, which I am, I'm putting it underneath my right thoracic curve. Then you can straighten out the legs, make sure you're in a nice straight line here. And you can take your hand to your hip to stop you from rocking your hips forward or back. You can bend your knee a little bit here as well if you want to help with balance. Then we're going to get those 3 deep breaths. So I want you to picture where your concave sides are, and if you don't know where they are, don't worry, just focus on lengthening your spine. Then get a big inhale, open and expand, and then exhale. Keep the expansion. 2 more. Big inhale, open and expand, and exhale. Keep the expansion. 1 more time. Big inhale, open and expand, and exhale. Keep the expansion. Good. Then we're going to do what we did on the other side. So with that leg, you're going to hover the left foot off the ground. Remember, don't lift that leg too high up. Try and keep it in line with your hip. Turn your toes down towards the ground so that activates that glute medius. Then we're going to hold here, get a couple of deep breaths. Squeeze your tummy muscles really hard. So you inhale, exhale, squeeze the tummy muscles. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the tummy muscles. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, and then gently lower to the ground and lift. Not lifting that leg too high. Again, we don't want to push this hip into any potential concave areas by this lumbar section. So just be very gentle here. But try and keep those toes pointing down to the ground. It's just really going to add in that spiciness to the exercise. Keep squeezing your tummy muscles, not letting yourself rock forward or back. And we'll get 5 more. You're doing so well. 4, 3, 2, 1. So from here, we're going to bring ourselves up. We're going to come straight into our plank position again. So on the elbows, you can either be on the knees or off the knees, but push the ground away from you through your elbows, squeeze your tummy muscles, and let's hold. Remember to breathe. Keep your neck nice and long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Let's push ourselves straight back into a puppy pose. Lengthen through the spine. Having the back toes tucked under, reaching the arms forward. Nice big inhales into the back of the body. And then slowly bringing yourself up. Well done. Yay! Congratulations! You survived another day of activities. I love this. I do it all the time. If you are confused with how to set up for your curve, this is something that I do have in my Feel Good Scoliosis membership, so you can always join and check it out there because I talk way more about it. Or of course, private training. That is always the best way, so you know specific for your curve, but you know, I'll leave that one with you. Let's take a seat. Come and sit down and just chat about what else can we do to help our scoliosis, to help our pain, to help our mindset. So if you didn't know already, scoliosis is so much more than something that just affects our spines. It affects the whole body all the way down to your toes, up to the crown of your head, even your jaw, your tongue, your eyes, your fingers, your hands, your toes, like everything is affected. So that is something to really be aware of when you are trying to do scoliosis corrections and exercise and just movement in general. Like, how is your whole body moving, not just your spine? We need to understand that we have to prioritize our health in so many ways. For example, sleep. I'm sure you've heard this 100 times before, but it is so important. Sleep is where our body repairs itself. Literally, when we are in our deep REM cycles, our body is fixing itself, it's healing itself. If you're not getting enough good quality deep sleep, your body isn't having a chance to repair and heal itself. And that is going to create more cortisol, more stress, more anxiety within the body, which can form as pain, and the vicious cycle is just going to keep continuing if you're not getting enough sleep. So please prioritize that. If you're sitting up late at night watching TV, ask yourself why sacrifice a good night's sleep for television? And I'm just saying this because this is something I've faced myself, and I no longer watch television. I don't even own one. I try and get a good night's sleep, and I read before I go to bed, and that helps a lot get that good quality sleep. We need 7 or 8 hours of sleep, and if you sat there saying I function really well for 5 or 6 hours, you might be functioning all right. The problem is you're probably functioning at about 70% of your max potential. You don't even know what it's like to function at 100% because you've never given your body a chance to really get to that stage. So everybody needs 7 or 8 hours of sleep. You're not an exception. You're just telling yourself that you might be. What are you eating? What are you eating? What are you putting into your body? Your body is a temple. When you are consuming fast food, processed foods, alcohol, all of those things, there's a lot of toxins putting into your body, which creates inflammation, and inflammation creates pain. So if you're in a constant amount of pain and perhaps you're eating an unhealthy diet that consists of a lot of processed foods or fake foods or things with a lot of seed oils in them, or just when the ingredients list is like 15 ingredients, like please avoid foods like that because that is contributing towards your pain and towards inflammation. So really be aware of that. Try and strive for a whole foods diet where you're getting lots of fruit and vegetable and healthy proteins that aren't processed. Also your alcohol consumption. I know it's the holiday season and stuff like that, but it does affect your overall mood, your anxiety, your depression, your pain levels. Like, it affects the body so much. It's going to affect your sleep. So if you are drinking a lot of alcohol, that can be contributing towards your pain. So just be aware of that. The people you hang around with and what you're consuming through the news, through social media, through what you're reading, just what people are telling you, all of this stuff can enforce a negative mindset, enforce just negativity going on in the world, which contributes towards pain and stress and anxiety. So if you're getting a lot of negativity, I don't know, from the news or from a person or something, you've really got to advocate for yourself and say, no, I don't want to consume all of this. I need to focus on getting better, focus on a positive outlook in life, focus on just improving yourself in general. And sometimes you got to cut out the negativity. You just got to say, enough is enough. I'm done, I'm over it, it's time to grow and get better, and just cut it out. And the last thing I'm going to say is, of course, living an active lifestyle. If you're very sedentary, sitting down for work, sitting down watching TV for hours, sitting down in the car, it's hard because I know we have to work and relax and stuff like that, but sedentary lifestyle is one of the worst things that you can do for scoliosis, because you're not giving your body a chance to move and strengthen itself. Having a strong body, having strong muscles, having mobility is so important for your muscles to just be able to hold themselves up and help your spine with its scoliosis. When you're sitting down for hours on end, it's just lots and lots of compression through the body, lots of flexion through the spine, which we just don't need, and it's not going to be good for your scoliosis or your posture. Exercise is also just great for your mindset, positivity, like we were just talking. So find a form of exercise that you enjoy. It doesn't have to be the gym. It can be literally, there's so many different things to try. Please try something that you enjoy and try and be consistent with it. Understand that results don't just happen overnight. It can take you weeks and weeks or months or even years before you really start to see some changes. Scoliosis didn't just form overnight. That has been in your body for years and years and years and years and years. It's not just going to suddenly change. You have to be consistent. You have to be proactive. You have to be really wanting to make some changes. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen and no one's going to do it for you, unfortunately. So that is my pep talk for today. I really hope that this can motivate you to maybe make some changes in your life, to really prioritize your health from all different aspects, not just through corrective exercises. And Santa's secret word is unique. So write that one down, and I'll see you tomorrow.